Hi, my name is Jason Hupp, and I'm here to let you know why the future of gaming is now with the new, innovative, and revolutionary Stream On app. Now, what is it? Stream On is a live streaming service. It's not a digital copy service, it's not a mail order service, it is a fully streaming service for full games. Games are stored on the servers and not on a local hard drive, which means there's no copy to buy, no disc to scratch. We keep all the games and all the licenses. The save game data that you create, however, will be stored locally on your machine, which means if wherever you take your machine, your save game data goes with you. So it got a low monthly fee of only $25 a month and a very large library with all the latest titles available. Now, who wants a streaming service? Well, lots of people do. But we're only going to target three range groups. These range groups are the 12 to 17-year-old range, the 18 to 25-year-old range, and the 26 to 40-year-olds range. Now, each of these ranges has specific needs and specific desires, and will need different type of marketing based on their age ranges. The 12 to 17-year-olds still live at home with mom and dad and don't have a lot or any of their own source of income. So we're not marketing to them, we're marketing to mom and dad. But they still desire to stay recent and stay up to date and keep up with their friends. They're going to play during peak summer hours and at night and mostly on weekends. The 18 to 25-year-olds are those who are just starting in college or just finishing college and trying to get their career started. They don't have a lot of time and they have low to no income getting started. They may still be dependent on their parents to some extent and thus may still need marketing to their parents. But they still want to stay on top of the latest games and keep up with their friends as well. The 26 to 40-year-old range is a different kind of group. They are either already starting their careers or they're well established into their careers. And they're making some money, but they don't want to blow it either. They want to keep in a budget and they still want to stay up on top of the latest games. But they usually will play on the weekends, maybe some nights, but mostly on weekend usage. Now we opened up our service to a developer and let them see what they thought about it. And this is what they came up with. They thought it was new and innovative. They really liked that. They were concerned about the fact that they wouldn't own the game, that we would own the game. But when they found out that the save data would be theirs and wouldn't be stored on our servers, they were okay with that. They liked the fact that they wouldn't have to buy a game every month. They enjoyed that they could use the extra money to upgrade their systems for instance. And they also liked the fact that we would be available on Xbox, PlayStation, and the PC, and that it was still a low monthly fee of only $25 a month. Now, who's our market group? Now, realistically, based on current standards, Xbox Live currently has 55 million active monthly users. PlayStation Network has 70 million active monthly users. And Steam, the number one PC streaming service, has 33 million active daily users and a top end of 125 million active monthly users. Now, collectively, that's 158 million users, or up to 300 million users that are active in their services. Now, some of this is going to be off-putting because not everyone has one account. They may have multiple accounts with one or more, or even all three of these services. Also, these are all global and international services that are available. That's not who our market group is. So who is our market group? Our market group is the continental United States, not including Alaska and Hawaii. We looked at putting servers in those two states and realized it was just too expensive at this time. We will try to add them later, but it will be based off of sales. Realistically, we think we can target 50 million users to possibly start up on the streaming service. Again, we have the three ranges of who's going to need it. The 12 to 17 year olds with their parents will need to market to their parents and not to them. We need to make it usable for them and let them to see that they want it, but we need to market to the parents, and thus we'll need to keep that in mind. 18 to 25 year olds have low cost income, so we may still need to market to their parents, but we need to market to them as well as they're starting adults and becoming their own people. The 26 to 40 year olds will need to be marketed in such a way that they can see that they're not going to break the bank, but they're still going to keep up with their friends at a lower cost. So we did some market research to see what people thought about our product. Mostly, it was positive. People liked our service. They liked the streaming service. They liked it over having to have a disc and having to have to pay for a hard copy or to have it downloaded onto their system. They enjoyed that fact. But they had some key questions that we needed to come up and get answers for. First, they were concerned that our cost wasn't a sustainable price range for us to continue with keeping the service going. Our initial cost was $19.99, but after looking into it and doing some more research, we decided that a $25 a month fee was a more realistic fee to keep it sustainable so we could continue with the service. Secondly, they were concerned about whether or not we would be able to keep up with all the latest titles. We're working with the developers currently to make sure that we have all of the latest titles, including the indie titles. But mostly, we want to make sure that we have all the top hits. And lastly, they were concerned about how large of a library we would have, how far back it would go, how many games it would entail, who all would be able to access how far back we could go. So we decided that those who would want a streaming service probably are looking for the newest and the greatest games. So we want to go back 10 years, and that's it. We decided that 10 years was enough to keep a current game and the newest titles available. We may add a retro gaming section in later, and that we may go back further than 10 years based off of user suggestions or user requests and have a retro gaming section for that, but that will come in the future. Now, what's the advantage of a streaming service over a digital copy or even a downloading service? Well, it's full streaming. Without having to buy the game and without having to download the game, all you got to do is log into the website or log on to the app, click it, and go. There's no lag for the game. I'm trying to decide if you've paid your bill or if you're up to date. That will be taken care of when you log on to the website or log into the app, and all of that information will be stored. When you click into the game will run smooth without any lag based off of that kind of information being relayed. Branding. We want to create a brand where when people think of Stream On, they think of three things. Honesty, we're inexpensive, and we're up to date. We never want to promise and not deliver. We will always want to have what we promise that we will have. So, we're going to do that by keeping things simple. We're going to show what we have, and we're going to offer what we show. Nothing more, nothing less. We never, ever want to pre-sale a title unless we know we have 100% access to it already. We want to keep costs low. Gamers are frugal. They're also very internet savvy and very technical. So they know how to search and find better deals. So we want to keep costs low so we're always the best deal out there. And lastly, we want to constantly update our titles to ensure that we're always on the top end of the latest games and always helping to get more of the indie titles and keeping up with all the hottest games out there. Again, the retro gaming section might be added on, but we'll look at that later. Funding. There's going to be a lot of startup costs for this. We'll need servers, we'll need cooling rooms, we'll need maintenance, we'll need IT staff specifically for the servers, and someone there to make sure that it's kept in constant balance. So we have some ideas for that. First, we decided we could market ads for the developers to push some of their less used and less played games, or to push new titles that they have coming out. But mostly, the bulk of our revenue will come from marketing ads to outside companies. These companies we can sell ads to, ads on our website and ads within the app for the companies, for the gamers to see before or after they get done with their gaming. Now, we want to ensure that those ads are only on the website or only in the app. We do not want to have those ads in the game itself. Gamers need to have the game on and no ad distraction in. We did some comparisons from our website and other websites and found that their sites have some user-friendly controls, and they have search functions that are also extremely user-friendly, so we want to add those in. But we wanted to, based off of that, we also saw that we wanted to add some genre-specific sections where if you enjoyed a certain type of genre of gaming, you could click on those sections and find out what other games there were for you to peruse and play. Also, we want to add a recommendation section based off of your playlist that will recommend games based off of what you currently play, so you can see what else is out there. And lastly, we want to put a developer's recommendation section in. So if you enjoy playing a certain developer's games, maybe we can put that in there so you can see what other games they have so you can play them. We did a couple radio spots where they were light and funny and they were kind of witty and lighthearted, but we realized that we want to start by pushing our brand. We want to make sure that people know our brand before we get into the funny and lightheartedness. We want to make sure that they understand and we promote the low cost of streaming versus digital and physical copies. We can get into the lighthearted and funny later, but for now we need to promote our brand. Currently we have a sales promotion of free 1 month trial. Based off of some market research, we've realized that 1 out of every 3 people who start a service based on a free month trial end up keeping the service. This type of promo is used by several people, including but not limited to Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu. But we also want to create a program where if you a refer a friend program that will help lessen the cost of some of these costs as well. And obviously social media needs to be a big case here. We're going to use Facebook and Instagram for sure, but based on the fact that we're a gaming service, we need to use Twitch and Mixer as our big pushers. Now we need to partner with our top Twitch gamers and our top Mixer streamers to help promote the ad, or to help promote the brand, and to help push the service. That way we can gain new customers from them. And once we get all these done, we can help everyone to realize why Stream On truly is the future of gaming now. Thank you.